What's going on, everybody? How's it going out there? You've made it this far. You're up to step 9 of our 10-step process on how to become a successful business, a successful sign and print business. In this video, we're going to be covering step 9, which is setting up your shop for operational excellence. What is operational excellence? You're going to have to stay tuned to find out. Hey, how's it going, everybody? I'm Peter Karunas with shopVOX. Thank you for watching our series of videos on how to become a successful sign-in print shop. In this video, we're going to be covering setting up your shop for operational excellence. Now, what is operational excellence? Operational excellence means a lot of things, but let's unpack it a little bit. There's productivity. First and foremost, setting up your shop for optimal results when it comes to productivity is a lot of what we're going to be discussing here in step 9. But operational excellence as a whole means following your procedures, maintaining your goals, always evolving, learning new things, getting into new markets, expanding upon your horizons, maintaining profitability, all while continuing to learn about your business. But in this video, operational excellence for this step is all about setting up your shop for productivity. In a lot of conversations that I've had with former franchise owners, with current sign shop owners, with current print owners, the question that I get a lot is, how do I increase productivity? My response to that is, what makes you think that you need to increase your productivity? If you're in your shop and you find that you have a lot of wasted time, there's a lot of downtime in your day-to-day operation, then you'll need to look at increasing your productivity. How could you be more productive during those downtime hours, that half hour in the morning between 7:30 and 8 o'clock when your staff arrives, or from 4:30 to 5 o'clock when your staff is really looking forward to going home at the end of the day, or throughout the day? Bathroom breaks, coffee breaks, smoke breaks. These are all areas where productivity stops, halts, in order to give your employees a sense of a breather. But it's more than just that. How is your shop floor plan laid out? Do you have your printers and your plotters and your cutters away from where they need to be? Are you looking at the amount of steps that your employees take to get to one particular place and then come back to their workstation? If you look at all of that and you times that by how many times per day and how many times per week, you'll find out that you're wasting a lot of time, you're wasting a lot of money in areas that you can increase your productivity in. So my advice to you is, let's start with the front of the house. There are some things that you can do here. Do you have the necessary tools and resources that can help make your customer make a decision on buying faster? What could those possibly be? Do you have a self-checkout feature? Do you have pricing menus listed on the wall? Do you have a graphic design station? Do you have a design with you station in the front of the house so that you can get a mock-up, or that you can get a proof to the customer that much faster? Is your graphic designer the first person that's talking to the customer, or is it your CSR? These are decisions that you would make in the front of the house to increase productivity. Maybe speed up your pipeline a little bit. As we venture through your shop, let's take a look at your pre-production areas. How many design stations do you have? Are you using the right software? Are your computers up to speed? Do you have the right memory? Do you have the right processor speed in your computers? If you don't, I highly recommend upgrading in this area, because there can be a significant amount of downtime that your designers will have while images are rastering or getting ready to rip in your rip programs. As we mosey on through your shop, let's take a look at your production areas. Are your tools in the right area? Are your tools in the right area? Are all of your shop supplies where they need to be? Are they organized? Are your shop employees constantly looking for that tool that they don't remember where they put it? Do you have particular stations that are set up in your shop? Many shops that I've visited have a paint section, have an aluminum bending section, an electrical section, a welding section. If you're a smaller shop, you'll break this down to just your general production area, but this is where things can go missing more often in a confined space. Typically, when you have a larger shop, all of your tools are within the area that you're working within. So your welders are going to be in your welding station, your paint tools and all your paints are going to be near the paint section, and your electrical components, all of your wire nuts and your LED wires and your transformers and your power supplies are all going to be in your electrical department. But if you have a smaller like shop, something around 2,500 square feet or less, and you have just a generalized production area, make sure that your tools go where they go. Make sure that your employees are aware that they have to put a tool back where it belongs. I am a firm believer that every tool has a place, and it's up to you to find out where that tool belongs for best productivity. Trust me when I tell you that if you take a look at your shop and you analyze these areas, you're going to find a wasted amount of steps back and forth getting materials. I highly recommend using mobile carts for your hardware, for your tools. This way, your employee will go to their station, they'll get what they need to do the job, they'll put it all on a cart, and they'll bring it back to their station rather than going back and forth and back and forth and back and forth. I've seen it a million times in many different shops. When you really look at it per employee, you could be spending hundreds of dollars per week per employee that you're just wasting and throwing down the drain. Here's a helpful tip for you though. A nice way to increase productivity is to also eliminate communication aspect when necessary. So with shopVOX, you have a nice feature with a job board. I highly recommend putting that job board on display in your production and pre-production areas, because that way everybody on your team, every shop employee that you have already understands what jobs need to get done, what step they're currently in, and they can follow up with each other without having to ask you, what am I working on today? Providing your employees with a shop calendar of tasks that they have to do for that day, for projects that they have to do for that day, for jobs that they have to complete that day, will eliminate the back and forth communication of having to ask you every morning or ask your foreman every morning, what jobs am I doing? What do you want me to work on? Where's the artwork? Where is the pre-press information? Where are all the job details? Where's the work order? Having all these items readily available for all employees at any given time will greatly increase your productivity. All right, so that is step 9, making sure that your shop is set up for productivity, for operational excellence. I hope that you learned something from this video, because this particular step is very important. Every shop is different, and it's up to you to make sure that you look around and find these areas where you can improve upon, because it'll improve your bottom line at the end of the year. I'm Peter Karunas with shopVOX, and I hope that you enjoyed this video. And like always, everybody, stay positive out there.